What's up? What's up? It's Lord Man, representing the Black Moon Pack, Black Moon Productions, Real Nigga News, and a bunch of other shit y'all probably never even heard of, right? So today, I'm not over here with a don't talk, just listen. I'm just over here with a I'm aggravated and I got a problem, and YouTube about to have some problems too. You know what I'm saying? Because I got an issue. Let's talk about it. So right now, I'm dealing with, I'm going to just say what it says, right? I'm commenting pause to protect the community. Bitch, what am I, a terrorist? Am I out here dropping bombs on YouTube? Nah, I'm dropping truth bombs. I don't even know what's going on, right? Here's the basis. I got hit with like a community strike for commenting a certain thing on YouTube. Now, here's the thing. I don't believe that there should be any type of strikes, right? Because, and excuse the light, I don't have a lot of light going on because this is on the fly. I had to keep this angle. I ain't have time to set up lights and none of that. I'm irritated and I wanted to get straight to it. So I don't really believe that there should be any community strikes because commenting is commenting. There's multiple types of videos out here. Information that's put up is put up, right? Still to this day, you can put up any kind of information that you want on YouTube. Yes, it might get taken down, but I think if it's up there, then people should be able to share their thoughts because that's the purpose of the comment section, right? Now, even if I don't believe that people should be able to put strikes for your comments or your content, at the same time, me being way smarter than the people who seem to be in charge of things, I understand that if you're saying that people are using hate speech in some way and you want them to stop, then it's probably safe to say that I think maybe if you want them to stop, you should tell them what they're saying wrong, right? That's the thing. Let me get the mic on my way. You should tell them what they're saying wrong. And that's my problem with this situation. And that's why I came in so hot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm dealing with a situation where this is now the second time. This is the second time. Let me go to community guidelines, right? This is the second time I'm catching a hate speech violation for a comment I left. But they didn't tell me what video and they didn't even tell me what comment. So I have no idea what I said. If I'm trying to avoid them shutting down my account, how can I do that when random things that I'm saying out of the 100-something videos I watch a day, I watch 100 videos a day, probably something around that. One comment out of those hundreds of times I commented had a problem. How am I supposed to find that? How am I supposed to avoid saying the same type of thing? Because clearly it's not, I didn't call for anyone's death. I didn't call anyone lesser because I don't do things like that. So that's why it's irritating again, because I know the type of comments I leave. I leave thought out comments or jokey comments. There should never be a situation where I'm getting caught with hate speech violations. And if there is, then you should tell me, because clearly there's something extra being said. So now we know, or at least I know for a fact, that there's a bunch of other guidelines, right? Just like with everything else in this world, when they're trying to stop you from saying things, there's a bunch of other guidelines, right? Like the C word, like how we can't say the C word on YouTube or you get demonetized. I don't make no money from this. Bitch, it's called COVID-19. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about that. So what I got right here, This is the message. It says commenting pause to protect the community. We've discovered that comments you've left may violate community guidelines. Now, check that out. My commenter has been paused, but the sentence they just used is, we've discovered that comments you've left may violate. It's either I violated it or not. How do you not know if I violated it or not, but you pausing my commenting? How? It's not life or death. To protect the community, right? They use those type of words to equate it to certain things. You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like when somebody may have committed a crime. We don't know if they did it yet, but we're going to put them in jail until we figure this situation out. This is not a courtroom, nigga. This is not a jail. Nobody got physically hurt. And I don't even know if anybody got emotionally hurt, because I don't know what I said that clearly may or may not have offended somebody, and your ass don't even know. This is the crazy part. I'm quite sure this shit is all algorithm. So it's like that one step, that step that I hate in America so much, that step of compartmentalization where you mad at something that's affecting you, but you can't talk to nobody because it's either a robot or the person you talk to has no real power over anything, and even they have no way to get in contact with the niggas who do have the power. What is this shit? We've discovered the comments you left may violate community guidelines, hate speech policies. You'll be able to post again in one day. Have feedback? Let us know. I went to the feedback, but this is the second time I left the feedback, right? This is what it says. Send feedback to YouTube. Describe your feedback. Please don't include any sensitive information. A screenshot will help us better understand your feedback. A screenshot of what? What am I including? You want me to You want me to include a screenshot of the definition of censorship? Should I do that? Should I include like screenshots of definitions of word like propaganda? Right? Because that's damn sure what's allowed to be spread on YouTube. But I can't comment. Whatever the hell is in my mind, I can't comment that shit. Still to this day, you can go to a YouTube page with some black folks fighting and find 100 comments with white people saying, oh, guess just how the whole black culture. Why is that still up there? Why is comments like that up there, but whatever I said is gone? So I'll describe my feedback. Now I'm going to put A, B, C, D, E, F because it doesn't matter because this is my second time commenting and I realized what they said after, right? Right? So now I press send. When I press send, it says report sent. Thank you. We use feedback like yours to help fix issues and improve Google services. So that tells me right there that there's nobody reading this shit. You send feedback in, and if you have something that can be seen as helpful to the community or the guidelines or anything specific, right? Or maybe if you have just enough power to sway these motherfuckers, then maybe something will happen. But nothing's going to happen from this. Which is silly because now, just like with Facebook, you being forced by computers to deal with a consequence for something you may or may not have even done. And there's no way for you to go back and rectify the situation. You kind of just have to wait for the time period to be over. That's nonsense, especially for a situation where you say, I may have violated. Let me go to the community guidelines because I'm sick of this shit. YouTube's community guidelines. When you use YouTube, you join a community of people from all over the world. The guidelines below help keep YouTube fun and enjoyable for everyone. It's not enjoyable for me when news stations come up, right? Because let's talk about what's real. What's real is that news stations, all of them, this is the sad part. Remember, I can say this because I don't get paid from this. When COVID-19 was out, right? When the virus was here, when the pandemic was at its height, and everybody started talking about fake news and how harmful it is to the community of the world, right? When the news stations came out and they kept spreading their real news about COVID-19, something happened on YouTube. And what happened was every single news station had a very high dislike ratio and a very low like ratio, right? Their like to dislike was outrageous. This was dislike. This was like. On everything related to COVID, which tells the people that people are not believing in this shit anymore. It tells the people that the smart people are here and they're watching what you're saying and they don't believe it anymore. You need more people, nigga. And that's the problem. They needed more people. So what they did was they turned around like they always do and they talk, oh, we taking away the dislike ratio because people have been harassed on YouTube for a full fucking decade before that point. YouTube came out, matter of fact, YouTube came out 2006. People been getting harassed on that shit from there all the way up until 2020. Nigga, that's like 14 years right there. It took you 14 years to get rid of that dislike button, to get rid of the numbers, and you just happen to do it in the middle of a pandemic where when news sites came out with information on the COVID-19 vaccine and anything about the virus, everybody was disliking their video, and the comments was all crazy until they went and they started disabling all the comments too. Because what they don't want you to know is that other people also don't believe this shit. Right? That's why I tell your ass don't go outside when the shit was happening. They want you to think that everything that they say is real. They want you to think that 99% of the fucking country believes in this shit, so they can't allow you to see the dislike ratio on them videos. I made a video. It's on my other channel. Made a video probably like 2 years ago or something like that, where I was specifically talking about the dislike ratio and how crazy it was because I was criticizing the news at the time. Here we go. If you see content that you think violates these guidelines, report it. Now, sometimes content that will otherwise violate our community guidelines may stay on YouTube when it has educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context. In these cases, the content gets an EDSA exception. Now, what does that mean? What does that mean? If you see content that you think violates these guidelines, report it. We also have other things that will violate the guidelines, but we said, fuck it. It's okay. Now, what is artistic? Now, I understand educational. I understand documentary. I understand scientific. When we get down to artistic shit, that's the end of that. Because everything everybody does on YouTube is goddamn artistic. because you had to make a video. You had to sit there, you had to have a thought, you had to make a video, you had to edit it, and you had to put it up on this goddamn site. It's all artistic. So none of us should be banned from saying what the hell we want because there's clear exceptions to this shit. There's clear exceptions. This is no different than that time where that Twitch girl was having sex on her Twitch live. I'm hot right now. I can't turn the AC on. You know why? Because the microphone. You know what I'm saying? This is artistic, nigga. I'm in here sweating for this video. Stop playing with me. I don't even know who owned fucking YouTube. Stop playing with me, Google. Stop playing with me, nigga. Fucking, come on, son. You remember when that Twitch chick, that Twitch bitch, this is what I'm gonna call it. Remember when that, because now I'm getting hot. Fuck it. Remember when that Twitch bitch was up here having sex live and they didn't ban her, but they was banning countless other niggas for, son. They was banning niggas for saying that they don't stand with LGBT shit, right? They banning niggas for saying they don't feel like they should get the COVID-19 vaccine. They was banning niggas for everything, but on a site where majority of the viewers and users are children. A girl who was playing a game literally had sex while she was playing the game, and they didn't even get rid of her. Right? That's what that sound like to me. In these cases, the content gets an EDSA exception because it's autistic. So we got to keep it up here. It violates all the guidelines, but, right? Sniper Wolf. Remember when Sniper Wolf had showed a nigga address? And she like, oh, nah, I put the address up. His address was already on Google. Yeah, but your fans now know where he live, and you doxed the nigga, and they ain't do nothing about that. This is the bullshit. This is why, in the end, just like the beginning, none of this shit is going to matter because these sites are going to break down so hard when people finally say, hey, fuck this shit. YouTube is nothing. This is the funny part. YouTube is absolutely nothing without the people who make the content. If there's no more people making content on YouTube, what do you sign on YouTube to do? We're going to watch car karaoke all goddamn day? We going to watch Will Smith do ballin' rich nigga shit? Huh? That's what we going to do? We watch a Sniper Wolf react to other people's videos? Sniper Wolf got mad S's before her name come. That bitch Sniper Wolf, nigga. She just going to be watching other people's videos. Yeah, you going to be watching music videos. You're going to watch Chris Brown dance. You're going to watch Chris Brown do this. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Niggas who come to YouTube, the real niggas that's keeping this shit alive, they come in here for the extra credit niggas, son. For the extra credit niggas. I ain't even gonna say niggas like me, but niggas of my caliber, motherfuckers with thoughts and ideas that just want to talk about some shit, they just want to do some shit, they just want to show some shit. Not the motherfuckers who up here just to get money, nigga. That's what you gonna have left. Because everybody gonna get tired of this shit eventually. And it's going, as I said, it's gonna be in the end, like it was in the beginning, where, nigga, I have the talent. I can go anywhere else with this shit. I don't have to be here, nigga. It's easy to be here, but with the guidelines and the way that y'all running this shit, it's actually getting harder to be here every day. Niggas getting harder and harder to be here. It's getting harder and harder to spread the ideas that you have, understanding that there are other people in this world who have them same ideas. These policies apply to all types of content on our platform, including, for example, unlisted and private content, comments, links, community posts, and thumbnails. This list isn't complete. So that tells you right there, even though they just labeled all of this stuff, they don't really, it's like no real list. At any point, they could just be like, yo, we don't agree with your hair. We taking this video off. You know what I'm saying? Because the list isn't complete. They listed, don't think for a second that the list isn't complete what they wrote. No, the list isn't complete because they didn't finish writing it yet. They still adding shit to it as they see shit that they don't like. Spam and deceptive practices. The YouTube community is one that's built on trust. Content that intends to scam, mislead, spam, or defraud other users isn't allowed on YouTube. Spam, deceptive practices. I got to turn my brightness up. My bad. I can't see none of that shit right now. I was struggling. That's why I'm over here struggling and shit. Spam, deceptive practices, and scams policy, impersonation policy, external links policy, fake engagement policy, playlist policy, additional policies. Now, let me just go through this shit simply, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 6 different tiers for this community guidelines shit, and they all have like 5 or 6 bullet points that you could click on and read what I'm sure is like 20 pages. So how do you keep up with this shit? Spam and deceptive practices. I read that. Sensitive content. We hope to protect viewers, creators, and especially minors. That's why we got rules around keeping children safe, sex and nudity, and self-harm. Learn what's allowed on YouTube and what to do if you see content that doesn't follow these policies. Violent or dangerous content, hate speech, predatory behavior, graphic violence, malicious attacks, and content that promotes harmful or dangerous behavior isn't allowed on YouTube. Harmful or dangerous content policies, violent or graphic content policies, violent criminal organization policies, hate speech policies, harassment, and cyberbullying policies. People get harassed all the time, bro. People get harassed all the time. Hate speech is very specific, but hate speech is anything hateful. That's the crazy part. We got definitions for things, but those two words, when you say it together, hate has a definition and speech has a definition. You put it together, it's any speech that's hateful. So when you got a motherfucker say, yo, I believe in flat earth, and a nigga say, you the dumbest nigga on the planet, that's not hate speech? These niggas clearly hate flat earthers, so when they say something to a flat earther and it's derogatory, why is that okay? Why is that all right? Go to a Neil deGrasse Tyson video right now. Anything about flat earth, bet you it's a bunch of grown-ass people using third-grade insults to insult other people who ain't even in the same comments as them. These niggas is insulting people who's not even there, bro. It'll never be taken down. Because what? Why? Why won't it be taken down? Because the motherfucking country agrees with that. If you a flat earther, you a fucking idiot. Right? If you're a Republican, you deserve to be down. You deserve to be talked down to and fucking degraded, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you don't believe that a motherfucker on this earth could be whatever they want in their imagination, then we deserve to call you an asshole. You deserve that. We should have that ability, and nobody should be able to take our comments and our videos down when we talk to these people who just believe that the world should be as it was. And we call them assholes. Nothing should happen for that. Regulated goods. Certain goods can't be sold on YouTube. Find out what's allowed and what isn't, okay? Misinformation. That's the one I love, right? Certain types. Catch that. Certain types. Not all types. Not all types, right? It's niggas up here right now on YouTube convincing little ass kids that aliens exist, bro. We have never seen a motherfucking alien. We've never seen an alien, nigga. The shit don't exist. That's not misinformation? Yeah, it's misinformation, but we don't know because actually aliens might exist in the world and we just trying to inform these children of scientific possibilities. Shut the fuck up. Shut your ass up, nigga. That shit don't exist. It's misinformation. There's little ass kids up here who are going to run the world one day. Hopefully not. Hopefully niggas stop running the world. That's my hope. That's my wish. But it's little kids out here who going to fake run the world one day. And these niggas need to know that aliens don't exist, nigga. Because it's not possible. We done checked a whole damn solar system and damn near like fucking 2% of the universe. Nigga, that's enough. That's enough. If we check the solar system and like 2% of the universe and we ain't find life yet, ain't no life out there, nigga. Stop playing with me. Certain types of misleading and deceptive content with serious risk of egregious harm are not allowed on YouTube. This includes certain types of misinformation that can cause real-world harm, like promoting harmful remedies or treatments. Certain types of technically manipulated content or content interfering with democratic processes. So let's break that down. The first thing that they said is promoting harmful remedies or treatments. That's anything. That's anything. That shit didn't pop up until Trump randomly said, because imagine, or remember, all of these niggas is working together. Trump randomly said, maybe if we can get bleach, whatever in bleach is destroying this virus, maybe we can use some of those properties to help people out. People turned around and said, yo, this nigga Trump just said drink bleach. He ain't say that. That nigga ain't say that. You ain't even listening, nigga. That's the problem. Your ass wasn't listening. Your ass turned on Your ass turned on Pix 11 for 3 seconds, heard bleach, and then turned it off and went ahead and made your own sentence. He didn't say that. Why did they start off with harmful remedies or treatments? Don't you understand that anything that isn't what the doctor said is technically a harmful remedy or treatment? That's it. That's all it is. If the doctors didn't say it, then that shit is harmful, nigga. Even though people been getting sick since the earth been here and niggas have been fixing it themselves. The only things we can't seem to fix is the shit that was clearly fucking made by America. I'm not here to lie to you. Maybe that's why I'm getting community strikes. Because I'm one of like 20 niggas on YouTube telling the truth to everybody. I ain't that big of a channel. Why are they fucking with me? Tell me what I'm saying. I don't want to lose my channel. I got a lot of fucking stuff up here. So now I have to resort to leaving plain white milk white. I gotta leave I can't get my words. I gotta fucking resort to leaving what is it? Like Wonder Bread comments, nigga. I gotta leave Wonder Bread comments. I gotta take all the flavor out of my comments because I don't know what the hell is being considered hate speech. I watched a motherfucking video up here, son, with that big ass nigga. I think his name is Big Groove or something because I was trying to watch his funny Marco video, right? The interview. I don't know his name, but the big nigga who do the shark bite, he go, right? Niggas was calling this man a whole ass gorilla and a coon for like 2 years straight, bro. If you go to any video with that nigga up here, they still talking shit about him. Why is that content up there? Why is those comments allowed to stay? Is that not hate speech? What is it? Because this nigga not a religion? You can't be hated. You can't be fucking hated if you get hated on by people of your color, right? It can't be hate speech unless you being called a nigga, right? You have to literally be called a nigga, or you have to be some form of religious. That's the only way this shit could, or you gotta be Asian. That's it, nigga. Everybody else is free from this shit. Everybody else. You don't even know how to hate speech a Native American, nigga. You don't know how to do that. You don't know how to hate speech a motherfucking, damn, there's not too many races on the earth. I just realized not a lot of races. I said that pretty much covers it. You can't hate speech. Nigga, you can't hate speech a Christian. Come on, because that's acceptable. You can't hate speech a Christian, nigga. You can only hate speech a Jew and maybe a Muslim and a black, but you can't hate speech them with random words. You can only hate speech them with the N word. And you can hate speech a nigga for their sexuality or their life choices. You know what I'm saying? Only certain types of niggas can be hate speeched. Only certain type of niggas can catch a hate crime. If I hate you right now and I smack you, nigga, that's a hate crime. I don't give a fuck who you came from. I don't know your mother, nigga. I don't gotta know your mother to hate your ass, right? You don't have to be Jewish or from a certain religion or have a certain skin color for me to hate you. I just might want to smack you, nigga, and that's hateful. That's a hateful act, therefore it's a hate crime, nigga. Every crime is a hate crime. You do crimes to niggas you love? Who the fuck sitting in the streets, nigga? Look at that nigga right there. I love that nigga, bro. I'm gonna go steal his wallet. Nah, you don't love him. You hate him. You hate him, or at least you indifferent about the nigga life. That's why you went and did it to him, nigga. Come on. All of this shit is silly. Fucking stupid ass 40-minute video I'm about to make because these retarded ass niggas. And I could say retarded because it's a medical term. That niggas gonna stop playing with me. I'm not playing YouTube. You take my channel. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but then I'm gonna dedicate my life to talking shit about YouTube. I'm put up so many goddamn videos that they're gonna be forced to. Nigga, I'm put up so many videos. Somebody gonna watch that shit. It's gonna be so many YouTube, YouTube, Every time a nigga type in YouTube on YouTube, they gonna get my videos, nigga. Motherfuckers is getting me angry and shit. Right, now let's go back up to the hate speech, right? Hate speech policy. I gotta check that hate speech policy. Should we watch the video? I'm gonna steal it. I'm gonna steal the video. I'm gonna put it in.
True or false? If you make a video that compares people to animals or bugs because of their race or nationality, that could result in a strike on your channel. The answer is true. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We remove content promoting violence or hatred against members of protected groups.
Now, there we go. Simple. We remove content that's hateful. I don't know how the fuck she said it, but we remove content that's hateful towards protected groups. Who are the protected groups? If we being honest, who are the protected groups, nigga? Who's the people that you constantly hearing about hate crimes against? You don't hear, nigga, when this shit is, nigga, when George Floyd got killed, did they say a white man killed a black man, or did they say a black man was a victim of a hate crime? They don't use that word like that with black people. They use them words damn near exclusively for Jews or Jewish people, because somehow, even though Jew is just short for Jewish, that's somehow a motherfucking racist statement, son. That's how silly the world is, son. It's solely used for Jewish people and persons of the LGBTQIA plus community, my nigga. That's who it's used for. So that means the only people who are subjected to this type of nonsense is anybody who has anything negative to say about any Jewish person or any LGBTQIA plus motherfucker. That's crazy, nigga. So that's the reason why when the motherfucker getting called a gorilla just because he's large and black and eating food in a white place, that's not a problem, right? So when the motherfucker, let's not get into it.
Including but not limited to race, gender, sexual orientation, or religious affiliation. We may allow content that includes hate speech, like news coverage of world events, if the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic in nature. But this is not a free pass to promote hate speech, and it's important that the purpose of the video is not to directly encourage violence or promote hatred against individuals or groups.
If I could be honest with you, son, I have never seen, now I'm at 54 right now, I have never seen content promoting violence to anybody, son. Like, who the fuck, when the last time you seen a video on YouTube and a motherfucker came up here, hey, yo, I hate Jews, we should all go out there and kill them. That nigga, that's the type of shit that they talking about. If you encouraging niggas, most people up here is only speaking about their goddamn experiences or their thoughts, nigga. Nobody is making a call to action. Nobody's doing that. Even the motherfucking news, like, let's talk about misinformation, right? The news were the ones, the mainstream media was the ones that came out with the statistics that was telling black people that they were being killed at a larger rate by cops than anybody else in the goddamn country. That information is false. That's false information coming from major news sites that's also making a call to action. Why? Because it's emboldening black people to think that cops and most other white people are racist, so therefore they should be treated equally bad. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is still allowed. Because that's a part of the agenda. It's all agendas, nigga. Don't think at any point, right? Like BitChute. BitChute is like YouTube, but for it was supposed to be lawless. But BitChute got caught real quick. They was trying to shut that shit down. I ain't been up there since. I don't trust that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? But that's the thing. Everything is slowly becoming part of the plan. Everything is slowly becoming censored. Y'all think because these niggas ain't put no laws on nothing specifically that we have not reached that censored internet stage. We have. The only thing is they did it smart. They understand that they don't have to censor you because you are so used to using these things and you think it's important to your life, you're going to censor yourself. Plenty of videos out here with people talking, not even negative. It's not even like, because the people that I like to listen to, I can't find them on YouTube no more. So that means when there's somebody on YouTube talking about COVID, usually they talking about it in normal, mainstream thought circumstances, but still, those people still can't even say the word. If they want their shit to still be monetized, they still can't say it. And everything that they saying is in belief with what the mainstream media was telling us, and still, they can't say it, nigga. You should never be on the side of anybody who's trying to censor people, especially when fucking corporations are now doing the job of the government. They doing the job that the government was too pussy to do. The government too pussy to censor niggas. Because they know if the government start talking about censorship, then we at the government neck, nigga. So the government figured out, hey, I ain't gonna do shit. I'm gonna put all these corporations in charge of these niggas' fucking communication, right? And then I'm going to force the businesses to censor the people. And if the people want to stay on them social sites where they connect to the rest of the world, which has been the norm for the last 10, 15 years, then they're going to censor themselves. And that's what we get here. I'm watching a video where they straight up just said, hey, yo, we allow hate speech sometimes. How does artistic shit fit into hate speech, bro? How does that even work? Like I said, I understand educational, documentary, or scientific purposes, but artistic hate speech, nigga? Because any other form of hate speech in that, educational, documentary, and scientific, right? Those are all like usually we showing this to you because we're gonna talk about we're gonna talk about the racism, right, in a documentary. Or we're gonna talk about scientifically why people behave like this sometimes. Or we're gonna talk about just the history of it if we're trying to give you an educational video, right? How does artistic shit fit into that? How you gonna artistically hate speech somebody, bro? I'm 31 minutes in. I want to get done with this shit.
Let's take a look at a few examples. A creator uploads a video using slurs to describe members of a religious group and goes on to say the world would be better off without these people. In another video, a documentary features interviews with people from 2 different religious groups, during which the interviewees use derogatory words. Do either of these videos violate our community guidelines? Yes. The first video violates our hate content policy. YouTube does not allow use of slurs with the intent to attack, dehumanize, or degrade members of protected groups. But what about a documentary that shows people promoting hate speech? Would that be okay?
Now, this is crazy. It's literally the same thing, son. A person can be... Now, this is the two situations she just set up. One is a single person on YouTube putting a video where they talking about the other race or religion or protected fucking group, and they using derogatory terms, and they saying things like the world would be better off without these people, right? That's against community guidelines. But what was the other thing? Looked like a damn talk show, right? If it's a talk show, like if it's Dr. Phil, where you got a Jew and a Muslim nigga going at each other and they using slurs against each other, then that would be fine. Why is that fine? Why is it fine? Don't you understand that even if I'm watching a mainstream thing like Dr. Phil, the words of the person can still influence me in a certain way? If the goal is to stop the influences, then maybe you should stop this shit entirely and stop focusing on the small people. Because that's what you do. That's the crazy part. Niggas be focused on the small people, son. How does that make sense? Dr. Phil is going to get hundreds of thousands of views, probably. So that means hundreds of thousands of more people are going to hear these motherfuckers throwing slurs back and forth against the 46 view nigga who probably, most of the niggas in the comments are just going to be like, yo, why you talking like that? Because we police ourselves, son. We don't need YouTube or Google to come in and say, hey, I got to stop you from commenting for a while because you left a comment. Nigga, if I left a hateful comment, a truthfully hateful comment, the rest of the commenters are going to come at me, son. Because that's how this shit works. We regulate ourselves, son.
To learn that and more about our policies around hate content, go to the YouTube Help Center article linked here or use the link in the description. Thanks for watching.
Now, this is the problem. I just looked at my face. This shit looked crazy. I should have brushed it before I did it, but fuck that, nigga. I'm already up here. What you gonna do, right? So the crazy part about this shit is, right, now let's go back. That's a 2-minute video. What they mostly did for the video was just like give you small examples of how a person to say, hey, I hate this person. But like I said, most people aren't doing that. Most people who getting caught for hate speech is simply just talking about things and sometimes just bringing up like ideas, nigga. Just like with the Kanye shit, right? Even if the nigga said such and such about Jewish people, he's saying that mostly about the motherfuckers in power. Like you have to be you gotta be like some type of like willful asshole to think that when Kanye West was talking about the music industry and the people who control it, that this man was talking about the everyday Jew walking down the goddamn street. You silly nigga. You a silly ass nigga if you believe that. But YouTube and every other site treated those statements as that. So just like that, most other people are talking about things that they're noticing within certain cultures, and that can be seen as hate speech. What I'm trying to say is, though, right, these niggas sat there and they gave a couple examples in a 2-minute video, and really, they didn't explain anything. They know that they didn't explain anything because then they give you a link to go find out more. Why do I have to find a link or go click on a link to find out more about your hate speech policies when I'm already on YouTube's community guidelines, right? After I got fucking banned from commenting real quick, I had to click on something to get to the community guidelines and then scroll down to click on the hate speech policy specifically to find that there's a video here first that really doesn't even explain the extent of the hate speech policy. I'm already here, nigga. If you got to make a 10-minute video so that I can fully understand what the hell is going on with you, then make the 10-minute video. It seems like mostly... My bad. It seems like mostly what their goal was within this video was to explain to the people why exactly all of these big niggas, right? All of these legit companies who come to YouTube and can put any type of content up there, why is it that they can do that, but us regular ass, everyday, average Joe niggas do the same exact type of thing, but we face all the consequences? We face all the consequences. I'm sure there's plenty of videos up here saying Fauci didn't work at Wuhan, but we know Fauci worked at Wuhan, so how come that shit is not seen as misinformation? We know for a fact at this point right here that the Wuhan lab was working on COVID, nigga. We know that. That's not fake. That's exactly what they was working on there. But you couldn't say that shit back in the day. You probably can't even say it now. But that's crazy because that's a fact. That's a literal fact to the earth. But because it has been deemed as misinformation 2-3 years ago, we still can't say nothing about it now. I don't get paid from this shit, though. I don't get paid, YouTube. You need to start paying me. Maybe I'll start thinking about some of the shit I'm saying. Fuck out of here. Now, I got mad channels, nigga. I'm about to put this shit up on my other channel. I want to put it up on here, but I don't want to lose my motherfucking Lord Mav shit because I got a lot of history. I'm about to download all my videos. You think you're slick, nigga? I'm about to download everything. And I'm coming right back, nigga. You about to be mad. I got a laptop and I got a motherfucking, what I got? I got this little brick that let me save shit. I got a storage device, nigga. I'm talking to YouTube, man. Fuck these niggas. Y'all mad now, nigga, because I'm about to take all my Lord Mav shit off, and I'm going to take all my real nigga news shit off, and I'm going to put it on that little brick. So anytime y'all decide that what I was talking about was too spicy, you want to take my shit away, I'm coming with 15 more accounts, nigga. 15 more Googles. You think I can't make 15 more Googles, nigga? Fuck out of here. Hate speech is not allowed on YouTube. We don't allow content that promotes violence or hatred against individuals or groups based on any of the following attributes, which indicate a protected group status under YouTube's policy: age, caste, disability, ethnicity, gender identity and expression, nationality, race, immigration status, religion, sex, gender, sexual orientation, victims of a major violent event and their kin, and veteran status. If you find content that violates this policy, report it. Instructions for reporting violations of our community guidelines are available here. If you found a few videos or comments that you would like to report, you can report the channel. I'm going to start reporting shit, right? Niggas think this shit is a game because I don't know if I'm being caught by the system or by somebody specifically, who hating, because I'm not really writing anything hateful, but now I'm about to start doing shit, right? And I want to see what the process is. Right? When the motherfucker call a flat earther a idiot and a dumbass, and son, niggas who believe in the globe literally say that flat earthers shouldn't even be here on this earth, son. They say shit like that. They say shit like that. I've never seen a consequence anywhere, nigga. I be all on Facebook niggas saying shit like that. Damn near calling for the death of niggas, and y'all do nothing about it because you supposed to believe in the globe, right? When niggas say that when people don't take the vaccine and they die, that's just Darwinism taking effect. That's them literally saying that the world is better off without them. What do you do about that, YouTube? What do you do about that, Google? What this policy means for Joshua. My bad, my name ain't Joshua on the internet. What this policy means for Lord Mav. If you're posting content, don't post content on YouTube if the purpose of the content is to do one or more of the following: encourage violence against individuals or groups based on their protected group status. We don't allow threats on YouTube, and we treat implied calls for violence as real threats. You can learn more about our policies on threats and harassment. Incite hatred against individuals or groups based on their protected group status. That's basically the same goddamn thing. Don't post content on YouTube if the purpose of that content is to do. Who the fuck? Once again, whose purpose when they posting this shit up is to call for violence against individuals, nigga? That don't be the purpose. How would you even, because you wrote that like that, that means that you have to know what the purpose of the video is, right? So just like you said in that video, that bullshit ass video that you put up, YouTube, like you a person, you don't know the intent. The same way that Dr. Phil can have a KKK member and a gang member up there calling each other names, and you could say that that's for educational purposes. How do you know? Because you don't know the intent of the person. Because you don't know the intent, then how can you say that, let's say for me, for example, how can you say that my video is not for educational purposes? Because I'm not a bigger nigga, I can't put information out? Because I'm not white and bald, I can't be educational. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not speaking about things that everybody else would deem to be real, it's not educational, right? Aliens are not real. countless motherfucking channels talking about aliens and how there's probably an Earth out here somewhere. You're gonna be looking for a super Earth. And the super Earth, it's gonna be the right temperature away from their sun so that it can grow life. And if we could just get there, we'll probably find life because there's no way Earth is the only place. Nigga, they literally say shit that we know is, nigga, this is what it is. We have never seen life. And the whole time niggas have been here, the whole entire recorded history of humanity, there has never been another motherfucking planet full of life. But you'll let them niggas talk that shit, though. You don't know the intent. So because you wrote, don't post content on YouTube if the purpose of that content is to do such and such, then how can you even give a person a consequence? Even worse, you didn't ask, right? When I got the little message, the community strike, they didn't tell me what I said. They didn't tell me what video it was on. And they damn sure didn't ask me what I meant by it. So how do you know? Regular niggas like me like information. We like the fact that people are here on this earth and they can say whatever the fuck they want. So niggas like me don't go around community striking shit. That's not my job, nigga. Either somebody's going to pop up to tell you something intelligent, or you are actually the intelligent person in that situation and you just saying something that other people don't want to hear at that point. This is the earth. You're going to hear shit you don't want to hear all the time, right? When motherfucking Mayor Adams said he going to cut the library, ain't that hate speech, nigga? Ain't it hate speech to say he going to cut all the programs in a city that's filled up with literally hundreds of thousands of new people here? That shit sound kind of hateful to me. Sound like this nigga hate niggas. Sound like this nigga Mayor Adams hate New Yorkers the way he trying to cut the fire department and the police. You know what I'm saying? Let's go check that nigga. Saying, go check Mayor Adams with his motherfucking what's that nigga name? What's Denzel Washington? What's that nigga name in the movie? Bumpy? He's some Bonds. Nicky Bonds with his Nicky Bonds ass fur coat, nigga. Nobody give a fuck about that nigga Mayor Adams. Listen, you don't know. That's the only purpose. Other types of content that violates this policy. Dehumanization of individuals or groups by calling them subhuman, comparing them to animals, insects, pests, disease, or any other non-human entity based on their protected group status. That protected group status is very important because flat earthers are not protected groups. So if you want to compare them to any animal, call them subhuman, compare them to a disease, a pest, an insect, non-human entity, or say it's straight up Darwinism when one of them dies, then that's fine because they're not protected. If you want to say any of that about a Christian, that's fine because they're not protected. Praise or glorification of any violence against individuals or groups based on their protected group status. I really can't even say much more about this shit, man. Monetization and other penalties. Here we go. In some rare cases, we may remove content or issue other penalties when the creator repeatedly encourages abusive audience behavior, repeatedly targets insults and abuses a group based on protected group status across multiple uploads, exposes a group with protected group status to the risk of physical harm based on the local, social, or political context. I'm glad this blank happened. They got what they deserve, referring to people with protected group status. Like, this protected group status is really killing me right now because that's the whole thing, son. This is the reason why only certain people are going to see consequences from this shit. This is the reason why only certain thoughts can be spoken about and only certain thoughts will be removed from this site. It's crazy. No, it's not helpful, nigga. What can you do to improve it? Make sense. That's what you can do. You can make sense, nigga. That's what I'm gonna write. That's all I got. Make sense. You don't make no goddamn sense. So basically, this is an hour-long video. I knew it was gonna be an hour long. I got too much goddamn shit to edit, right? This is nonsense. The fact that they don't tell you what you did wrong, but also tell you that they'll take your channel away eventually, that's more nonsense. Because if you're actually trying to get rid of these situations, you have to inform the people who you're claiming are guilty of these things for them to actively try to avoid whatever it is that you're claiming is hate speech or problematic words, nigga. That's all I got to say, I guess. Hey, yo. I don't know. Niggas need another site, bro. Don't let me learn how to code, bro. If I learn how to code, I'm going to make a free-ass site. I ain't got to get nothing off of it, nigga. I don't care. The only niggas, I'm doing advertisements for all motherfucking, nigga, if I get this coding shit right, motherfucker doing all advertisements for just conspiracy theory niggas. If you got a conspiracy theory ass business and you want to be advertised up here, hit that shit, man. I'm out. Peace.